I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Ha Rakakudash, double honors unto our apostle elders, which rule great millstone well, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure to the end. Shalom wa ba ba ba. Alright, so I came across this video, which this is, he might be a Jake, but he's an Asian man, young man, in America, and he's going to talk about his life experience in America and how it's very bitter in America. All right. And I'm going to put some scripture to it, and it'll show you that America is that bitter place spoken of in the Bible, Babylon the Great, who are to be destroyed.
Welcome to another video. Today I'm not really in a good place. For the past few days, I just feel like I've been actually going insane. You know, I've actually been like losing sleep over this existential crisis, this awareness that I have. Just thinking way too much about society, the system, and the things that we have to do just to fucking survive. I don't know. It's just so frustrating in the past. It's been so frustrating in the past few days. I just need to let this out. You know, let this frustration out. Like I think it's the only thing that can actually help me right now. Just to make a video about this and just say it. So just recently, about a couple days ago, we ran into an acquaintance. With my dad. And of course, we haven't seen this person in a while. We was at the restaurant, and I had to say hi. How have we been? It's been a long time and all that stuff. Typical small talk stuff. And of course, what question did this person ask me? What do you do for work? Where do you work? And of course, it's an acquaintance. I don't really know this person too much. I've just been familiar with them for the past few years, but really on a surface level. We don't really, it's not really someone in our personal lives or anything. But guess what I had to do? I had to lie. Lie about where I work, what job do I do, saying how great it is, that I'm doing well. And it's just sad that that's not the reality. I had to lie. And it just reminded me what I had to do a couple months ago when I visited my grandparents, just saying, hey, my job's going well, I love my coworkers, I love my boss, it's really fun working here. To my grandparents, I said all that. And it's just this societal pressure to always be positive, and it's always like, it's not, I could choose to just say the truth, but in certain situations with certain people, I don't think people want to hear the truth. I don't think it's the time to say the truth that they, I don't think they want to know it. It's just.
All right, so as you heard him, he's waking up to what is going on, and he's troubled by it, and he can't tell the truth because he'll offend people, like him not having a job, right? They'll look down on you for not having a job, but we weren't really created to work. The heathen were created to serve us, the Israelites, but the Israelites were created to rule. We really wasn't supposed to drink the cup of slavery, but we did. All right, which were in slavery. And it says in Daniel 12, verse 2, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake. The dust is the confusion, right, that goes on in this earth under the so-called white man, the red devil the Bible speaks of. And it says, shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. So, you're going to have Israelites that wake up and repent to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and you're going to have Israelites that pretty much wake up and go on a murder spree or kill themselves and their whole fucking family. All right? So that's what that man's going through. Like I said, he could possibly be an Israelite, which he seems to be speaking like an Israelite and not a heathen. All right, and that's probably why he's here in America. He's either going to eat the nuclear missiles, all right, or receive salvation with the elect. All right, but he's waking up, and once again, he's waking up that he's in America, which is a bitter place, which even Elon Musk, right, he said in his Down syndrome that America was Rome, right? And it tells you Rome didn't care about the old or the young. Deuteronomy 28, verse, it's past 45, I believe. Yeah, sorry, 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, the Israelites, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder. And that's why he's wondering about what's happening in his life. We all go through that. But if you're of the elect, the Lord's going to bring you into the fold so you can understand what's happening. If you're not, you're going to go into that gross darkness, into that outer darkness, into the lake of fire. And upon thy seed forever, because thou servest not Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee. Which that's what we're doing right now. We're serving our enemies. We have to go to our enemies for everything, for water, for food, for driver's license, for marriage license, for birth, for death. All right, we got to go to the enemy for all things, and that enemy is that so-called Caucasian, the red devil, and the other nations, which they're trying to oppress the Israelites. It says, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee, which that's why he wants a job. He wants to put his neck in a yoke to feel better. That's why I think he's a Jake. Just like that Jake that was on that game show, and they asked him, you know, what do you hope to get when you go to heaven? And he said, a job, you know, because Jacob is a homeborn slave. It says in verse 49, Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far from the end of the earth, which was Rome. As swift as the eagle flieth, which they used the Roman, the eagle was used by the Roman to represent their government, just like America uses the eagle in the Great Seal of America. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, because they were speaking Latin and we were speaking Hebrew. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. See? And that's what that man's feeling. He's feeling that. There's no favor here. There's nothing good here. It's bitter. It's a fucking horrible place to live, is in America. In any other country, you could start a business. I've traveled outside the country. All right? You could build businesses easily outside the country of America. All right? They make it hard here because it's rigged. It's all rigged. And that's evident with what's going on today. You even got the president telling you that the United States of America thrives on corruption. All right? You had that senator that stood up for 24, 25 hours breaking the record, and all he talked about was the corruption in America, which is not going to change. America was built on corruption. They stole the land and murdered the people that were here, the Israelites that were here. Then they brought Israelites from West Africa on slave ships and called us Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. There is no mercy here. The only mercy is for the elect, and that's by the word of Yahweh through the mouth of the prophets, which prophesy of Yahweh Shai.
Probably ready for it. You know, certain people will be ready for it, you know, but in this circumstance, this social situation, I don't think it would be possible to just say, hey, I'm unemployed, I'm still looking for a job.
Now, I wanted to make a point. Really, we're not supposed to work. We're supposed to have inheritance, right? The father is supposed to have an inheritance from his father, and he from his father. Land, slaves, right? Clothes, everything. But we don't receive it because the Edomites stole it. They stole our inheritance. So now we have the inheritance of telling the truth. Isaiah 58. 1, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression and the house of Jacob their sins, so that they can repent, because the Lord's going to put us back in our land. Verse 1 of Isaiah 14, for Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. So he might be a stranger, an Israelite that looks, not like a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American Indian, because he looks Asian. But you can see by the way he talks, he's not a heathen from, wherever. He's most likely an Israelite foreigner. He don't know he's an Israelite. But what he's going through, the Israelites are going through. All right?
Job, and this acquaintance.
I had two more I forgot about. Isaiah 54:17, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh. So that man, he don't have this yet. But for the elect, they have this. Right? Esau Edom and his system is a weapon formed against the Israelites to punish us because we sinned. And every tongue that rises against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. That's why we're standing upon our feet, and great fear fell upon them. Because they oppressed us, now we're telling them the truth and they don't like it. That's why they're going to come down with the sword trying to murder us. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh. So really, instead of making videos of what he's lacking, he should be doing videos on how corrupt this place is, how wicked this place is. And he's about to tell you, his sister is doing well with a good job, and he can't find a job. Why? Because the wicked are ruling. Isaiah 3, verse 11, woe unto the wicked, the so-called white race. It shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him, because he persecuted us. As for my people, the Israelites, children are their oppressors. Once again, I have a cough. I rake the leaves, and I think my allergies are acting up, so I'm pausing the video so I'm not coughing in your ear while you're listening. So this is Isaiah 3, verse 12 in the NLT. Childish leaders oppress my people, and women rule over them. That's why his sister's going to have a good job, right? And she's going to be able to boast and all this. But the men are not, because childish leaders oppress my people, the so-called Caucasians, and women rule over them, which the stupid-ass devil, the so-called Caucasian, puts up the woman in positions of power. All right? And they rule over the man, which is out of order. O my people, the Israelites, your leaders mislead you, thinking that, all you need is a job and everything will be all right. If you had a job, you'd be complaining anyway, because the job never pays enough to take care of what you need, because we're in slavery. It says, your leaders mislead you. They send you down the wrong road, which you even have Israelites teaching lies, right? Like in these IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, GOCC, and in the Christian church, you got Jake lying. All right? So that's why this man is troubled. And if he's of the elect, the Lord's going to bring him across the truth, and he's going to respond correctly. But if not, he'll be destroyed. He'll be eating nuclear missiles with his dad, his sister, and all these people that he's talking about.
And this person was asking, what my sister was doing. That's before she asked what I was doing. She was like, "Oh, what's your sister doing?" And then my dad was saying, "Yeah, she's doing this now, she's doing this." "Oh, well, good for you. Like, good kids, good kids." And then what about you? Can you imagine the pressure I must have felt just to have to lie? I have to.
And really, you're not supposed to go out and work. He should be inheriting from his father, and his father should have an inheritance from his father. But because of the devil, the so-called Caucasian, ruling, it says in Proverbs 29, verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people will rejoice. But when the wicked, which are the so-called Caucasians, beareth rule, the people mourn. And that's what this man is doing. He's mourning. He don't understand what's going on. All right, but he was born in slavery, because I really believe he's an Israelite, foreigner. He looks like a so-called Asian man, all right? But he's going through what the Israelites suffered, right? Because we sinned. But the elect are waking up and repenting and condemning this place, which this place is going to fall like lightning. Lucifer, America, is going to fall like lightning. Really, you shouldn't be invested in this place. All right, if you got a job, good. Work the job. But don't fall in love with the job. Don't think that that job is going to make your life better. It's going to make it worse. Because for the most part, the job ain't going to be able to pay all your bills. All right, you're going to have to suffer because, watch, he's going to tell you. He says he went to a job and he couldn't stand the fucking people that was there. What are you supposed to do?
At this point, it's just saying that, oh, my sister is doing well, and then you jump to me.
Even in this wicked society, they teach you that you're supposed to take care of your parents, but really, your parents were supposed to leave you an inheritance. Proverbs 13, verse 22, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children. So his inheritance should be so big that this man should be able to leave his children's children an inheritance. And the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. All right? So the 2/3 are going to perish, but the elect are going to be preserved. And that's why the people are going to rejoice, because the righteous are going to rule. Right now, the wicked are ruling, and that's what we're prophesying. The wicked are going to go down in fire. America is going to be destroyed with nuclear missiles and turned into a lake of fire because it is wicked. Everything done here is wicked. And that's why the people are mourning, because the wicked are ruling. But when we get in power, hey, everyone's going to have their inheritance. We're not going to take no one's inheritance. It's going to be their inheritance to pass down to their kids. All right? But we're going to inherit the earth and the heathen as our slaves through Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai.
In what, I'm just going to say that I'm not doing well, and I'm a failure, and I'm unemployed, and all that stuff. And it's just sad that society pushed.
See, and they want to put you as a failure because you're unemployed. That don't make you a failure. All right? Really, the greatest men alive didn't work. Yahushai, John the Baptist, they gave up on their mortal lives to look into the immortal.
There's this thing called success and positivity down our throat.
Which success, if you look up the word, it says happiness. So wherever your treasure is, that's where your mind will be also.
It's like there is no other option other than success and positivity to keep moving forward, to keep working hard, to keep grinding, to keep hustling.
Which is witchcraft. And they're going to use that witchcraft to get you to take an implantable microchip. They're going to deceive you with that same witchcraft that makes you hate yourself because you don't got a fucking job, right? Because you're a homeborn slave. You don't know nothing else but to have a job, right? The Lord's going to cause this devil to bring that MOTB, the implantable microchip, and make it mandatory. And all these people that want to keep their jobs and keep the American dream going and be successful here, you're going to die here in that nuclear destruction.
it feels like that's the norm, basically, to just do that. But for some of us, we just, we're struggling. We're going through hardships. For some of us, we just want to be, if you know what I mean. We just want to exist. We just want to live.
Which is with Yahweh, right? Because even today, you can't even breathe. You step out the house, it's $100, right? Each time, $100, $100, $100, right? But you're not going to get a job that gives you $200 a day, $300 a day, $400 a day, right? Most people are just making little bullshit couple dollars an hour, maybe $100 a day, maybe $150, right? And right now there's a job, a lack of jobs, all right, because of the inflation. When the inflation is high, there's an increase of unemployment. All right.
Just want to breathe, and we can't even do that in this world. I mean, you can shoot.
Why? Because the wicked are ruling. The wicked are the so-called Caucasians, and they are ruling the world. You can't even breathe because they're spraying chemicals in the air, hitting you with fucking frequencies, testing biological weapons on the citizens of America, ruining our food, our water, poisoning our kids, right? So this is the bitter land, Babylon the Great, which the Lord is going to destroy. All praises and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahushai Basham Harvakakudash, Shalom to the elect of Israel, Wa Abba Babal.